All right, so if you've been watching these past couple videos, I've been working on this 69 fastback, replacing the front clip on it, radiator support, shock tower assemblies, strut rod supports. I patched some holes in the firewall to make everything a little bit more clean, and I have it all done. I have it back uncovered. You can see the color of it. So I'll just take you around, show you the finished result on it. Everything's cleaned up, all the welds are ground down, smoothed out, so everything looks good, and let's check it out. Okay, so here's the final result. Everything lined up. I have it back on the dolly that it came on, so it's rollable, but as you can see, all the welds are ground down, everything's smoothed out, back where it should be, nice and straight. Outer torque boxes are in place. I got the gussets back on. Real happy with how this turned out. Just fitment on these panels are pretty good. There was one thing I had to do to this side to get it right was I actually disconnected the the rear apron there to tweak it a little bit because it was curving in. The backside of it wanted to go in too far, so I undid the spot welds on them, shoved it back a little bit to get it exactly where I wanted it, and after doing that, everything lined up perfect. You can see the brace in there, fits just like it should, but all the measurements are back right where they should be. And just some holes I filled on the firewall. Torque box on this side. Got it. Everything's finished off on the bottom too. So, customer should be pretty happy with it. I'm happy with it, so hope this video helped you guys a little bit if you're doing something similar or wanted just some tips on doing any of this. Something else I thought I'd share is what I'm using to grind down these welds. You can see the finish on them. I get it to where you can't really tell where the welds were done. So whenever it's painted, you won't see that it was replaced. And these aprons, I weld on the back side, so you don't have to grind as much on the front side down. But so for the most part, I use the 4.5 inch flapper wheel. That takes the weld down really quick. I use that just to get it real close to the surface, almost level, and then I'll go back in with my die grinder, my angle grinder here, and usually I'll use a 2 inch. These are made by 3M. It's a 50 grit. It's just a twist on disc. I'll use that first after the flapper. I'll use that to get it down to level. You could barely see that there was weld there. And then I'll go back with this other 3M twist on style. It's almost like a Scotch Brite, but it's just more abrasive. And that really cleans it off. It smooths it out. It's a lot finer, so it gives it that nice finished look. I want to thank everyone for watching the videos on this 69 through the process here. I think this is part 3 or 4. One of them was showing spot welds, but it showed somewhat of the car tore apart. I'm going to do a bunch of videos like this. I have a couple of my fastbacks to do. I have a 65 where I'll be replacing pretty much every piece of sheet metal. So I'll do updates throughout that and some tips and tricks, maybe lining up panels just to help people if they're doing any of that. So because it's getting a one-piece floor, it's getting frame rails, it's getting full quarters, doors, fenders, everything will be lined up in the end. So turn on post notifications. You'll know whenever I get to those videos and upload them. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.